In this video I'm going to show you the initial setup and layout of the Family Browser Labs project. Once you've got Family Browser Labs installed and you start up Revit, you should notice a floating palette pop up like this. If you don't, go to the Add-ins tab and select Family Browser Labs, and that will start it up for you. It should start up automatically. Okay, this is the initial layout that you should see. It's in a floating palette, so it can be docked within the Revit interface on either side, top and bottom, or it can also be docked as a tab down here. I'm just going to rip this off here and dock it as a tab. So now I've got the project browser, the properties palette, and also Family Browser Labs out of the way. The first thing you'll notice is that there is a tree view here of the families, the external families RFA files that are loaded within this project. So what we're going to do in this video is just show you the different functions of the Family Browser Labs project within the current project. It looks very similar to the families nodes from the project browser, except it is missing all the system families, and that is because at this stage we can't do a hell of a lot with the system families in the 2014 API, but keep your eyes out for future releases on this. There is some movement there that we are currently working on. So we can do exactly the same as in the Revit families node. If we expand furniture, we've got 3 or 4 families here already loaded in this project. We can expand them and obviously drag and drop their type into Revit, just exactly the same. We can also duplicate, delete, same as what you would expect from the out-of-the-box families node. A few different options for the actual family itself, and we've also got an expand all, which will expand all the families within here, or we can then go collapse all. So very similar to out-of-the-box families node. We have also, if we expand the furniture here, you'll notice there is an extra one down the bottom of this one that's called external library. So within this project it's found 4 furniture families, 4 families in the category of furniture. It's also found families that have been added to the external library which are not currently loaded in here. So if I expand those, it's found 5 beds and a piano. So we can then drag and drop those types out, and that will then add it to the current project as you would with Family Browser. So not only is it showing the families within the project, it's also showing the families in the external library. If I click on, say, the Windows, there is no Windows family in this project. But of course we've got some windows that have been preloaded into the search database, external database, and we could then pull those in. Same with doors, we can bring them in. So that is different than the out-of-the-box one. Also you'll notice some of the families we are able to grab a little preview of the family that is loaded within the project. Another thing we can do is some of these categories we'd never ever want to load in, drag and drop. So view titles, what I can do here is I can hide that selected category, and if I go refresh tab it will then remove that out of there. Likewise with elevation marks, generic annotations, I'm just going to hold down control and pre-select them, right mouse click and go hide selected categories. Just creates the list a little bit shorter. Also in here I've just noticed we've got drafting views, which the out-of-the-box one certainly hasn't got, and we can drag and drop and pull in pre-set up drafting views from an external Revit project and drag and drop them into this current project. Let that load in. It's been successfully imported, and there we go. And this has been set up in the external library, which I'll show you in another video. We've also got a search, family search here. So if I type in furniture, it's going to rip through the library there and find all the families that have got fern or furniture in the name or type name. So then you can obviously drag and drop those in there. Or if we wanted to show every single family, we would asterisk, and it will show all the families in the library. To clear that, we can just quickly press on the cross. Another thing, going back to the family categories that have been hidden, we can temporarily go show all categories, reselect them, which I'll do here, and go show selected categories. So that is the basics of the Family Browser Labs project, showing families that are currently in the current project or have already been set up in the search database library external. In next video I'll show you how we go about adding external families into that database.